Hi, my name is Jared, and this is Jared's Life Hacks. You might be wondering, what's the purpose of this channel? Well, the purpose of this channel is to essentially show the average consumer, the average person, how to deal with life, learn new things to expand their horizons. Now, for this episode, we're going to take a turn and look at steps. Well, Jared, what do you mean by steps? Well, the thing is, there's a huge craze in the health industry on how many steps you have, how many calories you burn, what to do, lose weight, and what to do to control that. Well, the thing is, a lot of them say you should buy a wristband, a watch, a chest strap, or something in your shoe to track you throughout the day. But the thing that they don't tell you is that you actually don't need any of these things. And you might ask me, well, why, Jared? Why wouldn't you need these things? Well, I'll tell you why. You can actually get this information for free. You don't actually need to buy a doohickey, some sort of machinery or anything really, to count how many steps you have throughout the day. Now you might ask me, well, Jared, how can you know how many steps you have? How can you know how far you went that day? Well, it's easy. Your body just naturally tells you. When you wake up in the morning, take a look at your hand. Look at the knuckles. You'll notice something. If you look carefully, you'll see that there actually aren't any wrinkles in the morning. Now you might be asking, well, what's the significance about not having wrinkles around your knuckles? Well, this is actually how you track your steps. So essentially what you have to do is notice how many wrinkles you get on your knuckle throughout the day. But how does that work? Cool. So when you're actually walking down the street, what actually is happening is your body is propelling yourself forward, and this is actually fighting and pushing back against the gravity that's generated by a planet. So while they're both going in two different directions, essentially, what happens is that there's a rift caused in between your knuckles. I know that might sound strange. How is it just generated there? It's actually generated in different parts of your body, like your forehead and other places. You just don't really notice it. And then throughout the day, the rift increases and gets stronger. As it gets stronger throughout the day, what will happen is that more wrinkles will be created. And as you count and measure the wrinkles, you'll see how many steps you did. Now you might ask, well, how do I know how many wrinkles equals to how many steps? Well, it's actually quite easy. Instead of going around spending and wasting that money on something that tracks your steps, like a pedometer, what you can do is you can track your own steps. So when you go out for a walk, just make sure that you do a small walk. See how many wrinkles you get that day. The next day, go out for a run. The day after that, a bigger run, and so on and so forth. Then you have a scale between 0 and to however much you want to do. So then you know, throughout the day, how many wrinkles equals how many steps. It's quite simple, really, if you really think about it. So don't waste your money on those wristbands, those gadgets, those anythings. Your body gives you that information for free. Why not use it? Really, why not, right? So that's a tip and life hack for this week. For next week, join me on how you can actually lose fat and weight at home. Simple. By just moving your body. I'll see you next week.